The Empowering Brilliant Minds Foundation supports inclusive education program. From a young man's dream of helping underprivileged children, the Empowering Brilliant Minds Foundation, or EBM, built classrooms, spread joy through gift giving, erected a covered court, improved a library, installed a water system, provided school uniforms and instructional materials, distributed school supplies, fed the malnourished, attended to medical dental needs, enhanced teachers' capacities on English proficiency, arts and crafts, guidance and counseling, effective written communication, personhood, transformation, and teaching diverse learners, benefiting thousands of students through the years. That is EBM. On its fifth year, EBM remains steadfast in its commitment to children's education. In response to a call for support from teachers in the Department of Education Copies Division, EBM expanded its reach to inclusive education.
It's been very helpful, especially for the teachers in Copies, because after the program, they are eager to teach again.
You have the curriculum of DepEd, but how do you make that accessible to all learners so that no child is left behind? Everybody should learn, everybody should be educated.
The DepEd addressed the urgency of making appropriate education accessible to children with special needs in an inclusive setting.
With EBM's vision to encourage inclusive education, it starts with recognizing that there are different learners in the classroom.
No student should be left behind in education.
In progressive learning, the teacher has to include all children. The teacher has to consider different interests and needs of children.
That holistic approach, I think, it moves us to helping more people.
EBM embarked on a full-blown inclusive education program for DepEd Division of Copies. Edita Abastillas Peñano was formerly tapped as program coordinator.
My initial reaction was I was challenged, and at the same time I was happy. The challenge to provide new ideas, provide new experiences, and to become part of the group that would train people. It was a new learning technique for everyone. I was able to employ different strategy.
A 3-year inclusive education training program was designed with the following objectives. A. Promote a common understanding of the fundamental principles of inclusive education among advocates, practitioners, students, and the community. B. Enhance competence of teachers in recognizing, understanding, and managing the learning needs and challenges of diverse students. C. Contribute to the pervasive and efficient implementation of inclusive education in the DepEd Division of Copies. The components of EBM's inclusive education program are active participation of partner schools, close coordination with DepEd officials and school administrators, continuing review and enhancement of curriculum content, periodic monitoring and follow-up, assessment at the end of each school year. A purposive training program was crafted in consultation with the teachers and officials of the DepEd Copies Division.
It was very amazing experience having to attract the right and committed, prepared persons to collaborate with the program.
Introduction of the Sunrise Program, the home-based program for children with autism, was conducted to emphasize that there is hope for children challenged by developmental difficulties. The resource speaker was Miss Michelle Lichauco Tambunting, mother to a special child. Workshop on profiling, accommodation, and modification was conducted for 40 teachers. Miss Yvette Crisostomo shared her expertise with the participants.
Of course, I was very excited about the idea. First of all, because I personally am an advocate of inclusive education. I believe that all children have a right to go to school. to make them understand that in the classroom you have different learners. You know, how to find or how to actually identify children in your classroom and how to profile your class. It's not a one-size-fits-all where you're just teaching, 40 kids of all the same capacities. And then second, how to actually practice inclusive education, how to be able to, to differentiate your instruction or differentiate your teaching so that you're able to reach the many different learners in your class.
Kasali Ako was conducted in January 2017 for teachers and principals.
Because when you say inclusion or inclusive, it's not just the school. It's everybody in the school and outside the school. So starting with the teachers is one thing, but extending it to the principals, to the non-teaching staff, non-SPED major teachers, because at the end of the day, they are the receiving teachers.
EBM sponsored the participation of 2 elementary school teachers and 2 EBM representatives in Kaleidoscope, a workshop designed to help early childhood educators explore current trends and issues affecting children aged 0 to 8. This was held in Alabang, Muntinlupa and was facilitated by the team of Ms. Michelle Chauco Tambunting, Professor Catherine Claudette Tandok, and Ms. Maricar Gustilo de Ocampo. 50 kinder, grade 1 and grade 2 teachers' zest for teaching was revitalized during the workshop on Rediscover the Passion for Learning the Inclusive Way. The seminar emphasized the fact that arts and crafts plus movement and music make teaching easier and learning more enjoyable. Ms. Edith Peñano started with a review of relevant developmental theories. On the other hand, Ms. Melinda Azurin facilitated the teachers' enjoyable journey to creativity with hands-on exercises.
It's more on hands-on activity wherein they will get involved and do the actions itself. Not only in art, but there is art in teaching language arts, math, science, and other subject areas.
60 SPED and kinder teachers were trained on assessment and intervention. Assessment is a process of evaluating a child in terms of his or her abilities and suspected disabilities. Ms. Mayumi Gonzalez shared her experience and expertise on the proper way of conducting assessment and in utilizing data and information to manage differently abled children.
I think it's more of believing themselves. They just need a little push and to level up.
The broad range of early child education and its relevance to inclusive education required 2 training sessions. The first part was conducted on September 29, 2017, while the second part was conducted in December 2017. Professor Catherine Claudette Tandok generously shared her knowledge with the teachers.
From September to December, I saw the transformation from, teachers at first not willing to take off their traditional hats. In progressive education, you have to listen to the students. You have to encourage them to ask questions. You enhance their critical thinking skills. Not just saying yes or no. I got so excited because a part of me really wants to give back. I treated it as my ministry.
The tandem of Miss Edith Peñano and Miss Melinda Azurin once again ignited the teachers' imagination and creativity.
I had a very fulfilling experience because I was able to share what I know and what I have experienced.
To assess the extent of application of learnings from the trainings, EBM monitored 8 participating schools in the Capiz division. It was observed that the teachers demonstrated creativity in imparting lessons. Resourcefulness became apparent in their use of local materials to enhance learning. Cases of differently able students were documented on file and were ready for turnover to the next level. School administrators were supportive and active in case conferences. Parents were involved and exerted effort to assist the teachers in the learning process. Given the series of activities for EBM's Inclusive Education Program and the positive response, the future holds a lot of opportunities for follow-through, enhancement, and strengthening. The recommendations for subsequent inclusive education intervention include conduct of continuing education for administrators, teachers, and parents, mentoring, coaching, follow-up, increased participation of priority parents, future capacity building on case documentation and turnover, conduct of process monitoring and impact evaluation, institutionalization of a system of recognition for good performance. This 3-year inclusive education training program was made possible by EBM's concern and generosity. On the other hand, successful completion can also be attributed to the resource person's willingness to share, the teacher's eagerness to teach, and the differently abled students' hunger for knowledge.
I really hope that this is not the last time that EBM invites me to be part of their family, of this project. I am really inspired. More than the teachers learning from us, I would personally say I learned a whole lot from this project. It made me a better teacher, a better educator.
EBM is good enough to give me this opportunity to be of help and also to continue my life.
EBM continues its mission to empower the underprivileged, including learners with special needs, by providing opportunities and more.